Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. So, I have put together this little thing here between episodes just because I got fed up with pocket crafting a load of stuff. This is a tiny little mall. It's not efficient, but the idea is that it will produce a few things that we'll be needing. For instance, it produces similar Mark IIs. It produces some ships. Not many, because you'll see in a second. It also produces belt Mark IIs, finally. And it will also produce bonuses because we're making a lot of smelters, and solar panels because we'll need them soon, in addition to drones. Now, the issue is that it's massively bottlenecked by processors, which is something that we'll need to work on very shortly. Processors are currently like the hell. Basically, we hit the point in the game where we need processors to make our logistics towers, like 40 to make a basic logistics tower. We need 2 to make a drone, 10 to make a logistics vessel. And they're actually quite time consuming to make, and they need refined silicon, which we really don't have much of. Like, this is actually our entire stockpile. It's basically gone just because, well, I've been making some Mark IIs. Those need them. Made a couple of logistics vessels. Made a stack of drones. And I also pocket crafted a couple of logistics stations because we're going to need those. So, we need to work on a few things. Firstly, we need processors, but to do that, we're going to need to refine silicon. We're currently refining silicon out of stone, which is highly inefficient. We'll actually have to go to a planet and refine our silicon. Luckily, our lava planet has plenty. We'll also want to do a new technology, which is over here. Supermagnetic field generator. This will allow us to make belt Mark IIIs. And, well, with belt Mark IIIs, we can make everything kind of more efficient. So, yes, we're going to just start that right now. That's actually what we want to be working on today. It'll take magnets, it'll take graphite, and it'll take EM turbines. I think we just make a stopgap for that. And what else do we need? Processes that... Honestly, off-world resources, we need a power system. We'll probably want to start work on fusion, which will allow us to have deuterium fuel rods, because we've been working on graphite for a long time. This will actually use our deuterium, it'll use titanium alloy, and it will use the super magnetic field generators that we're working on. Great. It will also need this, which is carbon nanotubes. You make them in a chemical plant, they take carbon, they take graphene, both, well, sorry, not carbon, they take titanium and graphene, both of which we kind of have. So yeah, I think we'll queue these up so we have a source of power, because I don't really want to hit a power like wall right now and end up in trouble. So we'll queue them up, and then after those we will just queue up here. Here's a load of technologies we want to do: logistics carrier engine and logistics carrier capacity, faster drones, more drone capacity, and when you get up to level 3, you get vessel speed, like 50% vessel speed. That's basically saying 50% extra cargo. You also get like 100 extra cargo, which is 50% extra cargo, and we can do this to here. This is yellow, that's purple, so we can get like 3 upgrades that apply to our logistics vessels, and we'll also be getting drone upgrades, so, you know, more power to us. We'll actually queue up all of these, really. There's our EM generator. Queue's full. Okay. Fine. Well, we're going to want to do the EM generator first. And what I'm thinking is this deposit of coal here. Well, there's a deposit of coal here. We'll use this deposit of coal. We'll turn this into graphene. We will eat the turbines from here. Now, these turbines are actually enough to run this. So we will be sharing the turbine input, but that's fine. We'll work on it later. And luckily, because I've actually had that little mall running for a while, I got a whole load of smelters and I got a whole load of assembling machines. I didn't put miners in the mall just because, whatever. We don't need as many as we need, say, smelters or assembling machines. So, what do we need to make you work? Turbines, graphene, magnets, output. Right, so this is the turbines, which is an input. magnets and graphene, and then our output. So this is going to output half a belt if we do 9 Mark IIs. So chuck a reverse belt. This is going to be the feed belt that goes out. There's a high strength material. Ooh, we can queue up. Which one was it? This one. I'm doing a lot of research right now, back to back, which is not really my style, but I kind of want to get it done. And then can we get in? No. We need 2 more lines. I guess we'll have to start it here. We could put it below, but yeah, I want to use the turbines from this line, just make it a little bit simpler. Unless we were to twist these miners round. Yeah, let's do that. I want coal. Go away. Oh, sorry. No, I'll pick up the coal myself. Right. Miner. There. There. It's just shy of what it was before. Can we get one in here? No. There we go. It's more than it was before. Great. Seriously. There we go. Thank you. We can do that? Nice. Okay. And now we've got fusion power. And then... Aha! It works! So this is going to be making those EM... And we are going to need... How often do you do them? Once every 3 seconds, you'll need 2 turbines, so 1.5 seconds, so 1.5 seconds per turbine, which is 7.5 turbines per second. That was quick. Magnets and then graphene. Okay. Well, we know the output can be slow. The input, I think, can also be the slow one. Yes. And then we need magnets and graphene. Now, magnets, this is where we're going to get funky. We're putting 3 magnets in, so I think we need 1.5 belts of magnets. Because we're getting half a belt out. We need 3 times that for magnets. So yes, we need 1.5 belts of magnets. We'll run magnets this way. And then graphene, we're actually going to run the opposite direction because we'll be getting it from this. And graphene is like half a belt or something. Like it's a tiny amount of graphene. In fact, like it's so little graphene, graphite, we could probably run it as an overflow or something. Ooh, you know what we could do for magnets? We'll grab the magnets from here. Like I know these magnets are spoken for, but if we expand the belt. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that will have to go this way. Oh, wrong one. Yes, thank you. Right. And then furnace. Now, obviously, these go into making cubes. Like, that's super important and all that. But whatever. Ooh, hello. That's way too far. Can we get another one in? No. Okay. But we're not always making cubes, and we're not eating the full supply. So what we can do is we can just eat from the supply. So I Why did I do this? I have a mod for this. Forgetting. Alright, paste that on there. Then input, output. The mod has got updated as well, so in theory the visual glitches we've been having should be a thing of the past. And then, can we get power to these easily? Not easily? Well, that'll do. Right. And that should output, like, a whole ton of magnets. To the point where I'm almost thinking about upgrading this belt. And so here, where it actually turns, we'll upgrade this belt. We'll put a splitter in. Delete. Okay. And then we'll run the belt this way. There we go. Okay. Oh. Ah. In you go. Out you come. That doesn't need to be marked to, but whatever. Okay. And obviously we actually need like a pretty damn fast belt, but this is placeholder. What we're going to do eventually is we're actually going to probably have drones flying magnets in and so on. So this is very much placeholder for now. And then we'll have this out here. And then how high do we need to get over them? There we go. Seriously, do you want to stop snapping to random objects? I just want to go one tile. Yeah, there we go. Then we go down. And then we go up. And then we go down. And then we connect up to there. And that's our magnet sorted. Graphite is no matter. Like, we could pull graphite from the power plant, but I don't really want to damage our power infrastructure. And since we have coal so close. Now, this is literally like half a belt of graphite. It's barely anything. It's 6 smelters. It's a full belt of coal, admittedly. But and that's already almost a full belt of coal. Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll just run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like that. And then will you break the connection? Nope. Good. Okay. That should get us our belt. Okay, I would like you to be graphite. And then doop-de-doop. Doop-de-doop. Didn't actually need to use that, but whatever. And then just copy it across. That should give us power. Right. And then I guess we'll just run this straight. Put like a splitter in or something. You know what? Let's do best practices, right? Best practices say everything starts at the same end. And we have space for it, so why not? It seems a bit weird, but makes it easy to follow later. Not like I care about a couple of belts. Okay, magnets. We're going to need... How often do we need magnets? 3 every 3 seconds. So we need 1 per second. Graphite, 1 per 3 seconds. So this is actually going to be a whole load of really basic inserters. Right. We'll need to leave gaps for power. Gap. And we need only 9 of these, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, okay. Oh, I can't fit it in that gap. What? Oh, no. Okay, fine. From the beginning, then. And then nice big gap. And technically those inserters cross. And I know that they actually will work like that for now. But whatever. There we go. Logistics drones are doing better now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, great. And that should mean... There we go. There's our superconducting magical thingamabobs. I would like to bring them back and then, like, maybe place them next to the particle containers here. At least for now. Obviously, later on, we'll probably want to have these going to a logistics system. I guess we place that there. And then, how do we bring these over? Can we bring that up? No, it collides with an object. Can we bring it up? Okay, so you're getting in the way, which is somewhat frustrating. Well, you know what? We'll just make this a little bit easier. Come on. There you go. Right. Over. And then... go over the top of the graphene belt. Ooh, they should actually be a tile further away. As it is, I would only be able to get to one side of that box. 1, 2. There we go. And then, I guess, like that. And then this is half a belt, so 2 basically Mark 1 shovels will do, or 1 Mark 2. We'll go 1 Mark 2. But in case we ever expand it, we might as well increase that. Done. And then we'll start filling that up with them, which obviously means we're going to be running a lot of this pretty constantly. But it pleases me that we now have this, which means we can make ourselves Mark 3 belts. And by make ourselves Mark 3 belts, I'm going to pop over to the mall, which obviously is a horrific mess, and I totally get that, but whatever. But I kind of don't want to be constantly doing that myself. What's this? Steel. Why would steel be going in here? Oh, it's turbines. Right. You know, while we're here, we'll fetch a bunch of turbines. I'm actually just going to delete the coal I have in my inventory. And the rock. There we go. And oop. There we go. Have those turbines. Okay. What does it take to make these belts? Graphene. I do have a box of graphene. It's over here. Belts and supermagnetic. Sure. Okay. Right. Let's do this. We're not going to get close to that graphene, so that's going to be a belt. Pull from that box. Put a box in here that's going to have our magical thingamabobs. Actually, we'll need an output box as well. Okay. So you are belt mark 3s. Obviously, you need to be... Seriously? Pick the... There we go. Obviously, you need to be fed from there. You will feed 2 here. You need to be fed from there. And we also need to feed graphene in. So... I'll run graphene like that. And then, boop. And now we're making belts. Awesome. We could probably do with topping that with more graphene at some stage. You've run out. What have we run out of? I bet you it's, yeah, it's a refined silicon. That's what our issue is right now. Power or silicon? Power or silicon? Well, let's have a look at our power situation. What would a fusion plant cost? It does cost processors. I have a stack of 80 with me because just in case we need them. The actual fuel itself does not need it. Okay, so we could potentially set up a fusion plant. The satisfaction's a bit dangerous, but it's okay. If we go off world, we could probably manage. And we are running all of our research engines right now. Yeah, I think we go off world. It does mean we'll need to make ships. Now, here's the question. I could go off-world to get the resources. But we could also build a processor lab off-world, because processors are just iron, copper, refined silicon. That's all they are. And our lava world has all of those in abundance, like lots of them. I mean, it doesn't have as much refined silicon as we want. Admittedly, that's a problem. But most of our refined silicon is going to be made into processors. So I think we make the processors off-world. It just means we transport less. And then obviously we can smelt extra copper and extra iron and we'll send that back. And we could smelt iron into magnets and send the magnets back. We could just send the ore. Ore is equally as dense. It's one item of ore, makes one ingot, or makes one magnet. And then we could smelt it here. But since we've got room on the other planet, if we have the power to do it, we might want to just send extra smelting there. How much do these assemblers take for power? 0.5 megawatt. Okay, well that's where solar panels come in, because we are going to use solar panels on that planet because it gets a lot of sunlight and it gets like 135% efficiency because of that. Now we're going to grab a bit of you for the trip. We might need some extra belts, which is why I'm kind of waiting on those Mark 3s. What else do we need? I guess we could put away a load of stuff that we don't need right now. Iron's a bit of an issue. Yeah, these aren't getting us enough iron anymore. Not iron anymore, or... Yeah, I found that funny. Guess it's just me. Right. Can we get that last node? I don't think so. Okay. So my plan is here. That we'll just feed an extra bit of ore into the system. You know what? This is actually a Mark II belt. So why don't we just... hook it up proper. And then we can dump our own inventory back onto the belt. There we go. And that might help with the iron problem. Obviously, the other solution to the iron problem is dupe that. There we go. Just produce more iron. Right, that does seem to have helped a little bit. Anyway, right. You are finishing the last research, and then we'll start buffering cubes again, and then we'll be okay for power. What do we need to do? We need to drop those things that I was talking about. So let's go to our random inventory chests, and we'll, you know, I'll actually just delete the spare ore I've got. We will dump a thing of glass, particle colliders, magnets. We'll unlikely need them. Charging transmission towers. We should maybe make some more of them before we leave. There we go. Actually, take that glass back then. Anything else? We will need more normal towers. Should have really mauled them. Spent a lot of time building these. Anything else? The Mark III belts. That's kind of what we're making space for right now. We don't actually need to take titanium, because if we need it, there is plenty on that planet. That's where we're getting it from. Ah, foundations. We do not have enough foundations. Technically, I could just take less graphite, because there is graphite on the planet. Okay. We'll need foundations, and we'll grab the Mark III belts while we're here. We'll also let production make more Mark III belts. Oh, so many of these already. Right, where's our maul? Yeah, that's not quite enough, but sure. We can also pocket craft them equally as fast as that's making them, so effectively double the speed we're getting them. Right, where are these? Foundations. You know what? Let's let you build more. Yeah, that should be enough to be getting on with for now. It's the belts I'm more worried about. Oh, can we do an extra inventory tech before we leave? We can have a faster engine. Okay. We can have more inventory. 2 extra lines. You know what? Hell yeah. And we'll queue up just some basic upgrades to the mech. Speed. Energy circuit. And extra sail speed. Lovely. I would maybe like this before we go. Yeah, and we need to make more, what are they called? Belts. So, you know what? I'm going to just wait around until this is finished and the belts are made. And there's our inventory expand. So, I guess what we'll do is we'll start grabbing stuff from our mall. And we'll head over to our lava planet. I would like to grab all of you. Still not as many as I'd like. I'll dump a load of stuff in there. No, we'll grab an inventory full of them. Actually leave something here to be done while we're away. And, oh, I guess we've got plenty spare. We can use these. So, grab ourselves grab ourselves some lovely little belts. We'll take the first load of belts down here. Hey, why isn't that an iron belt that's full? Oh, hello. Oh, that's not on. Does anyone else have that issue, or is it just you? Why are you full? I set this up wrong, haven't I? That's 1, 2, 3. That's 12. And then we've got 8. And then we've got 12. Okay. Weird. Well, the easy way to sort this is... we won't use those because those are a little bit more expensive. Allow you to output to either. Still, what the hell did I do this for? Did I get it wrong with all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half, and then 3.5. Yeah, this feels like I got this kind of wrong. Oh well, that's temporary solution. Whatever. There's actually a solution we can do, which is just we increase the belt band with our Mark 3s, and then we don't care anymore. We'll fill that full of belts. We'll probably take a few for ourselves. And then we'll come up here, grab the rest of our belts. Which, honestly, not that many. We will want to make a bunch of these, like, high-level inserters, just in case. But mostly just because we can. And then... where is it? Here. Right, we've got them. We'll grab ourselves some magnetic coil thingamabobs. Super magnets. Dump the super magnets up here. Go get more. We're leaving a lot of work to be done as we go away. Kind of bad. Oh, we need graphene. Well, I guess we'll grab some graphene as well. Fortunately, we have to go kind of further to get the graphene. Hello, graphene. Hello. Then we'll say make a bunch of you. I'll actually fill our inventory with graphene now, because I plan on taking some more back to our mall before we leave. There we go. And then we'll take 1.5 stacks, which I believe is exactly the right amount. Perfect. And that leaves a little bit. Which click sets it exactly to that? Oh, I guess that just does it. Okay. Awesome. And that way we're going to have a load of Mark III belts. Will we have any Mark II belts? Whoops, we may have just destroyed our entire supply of Mark II belts. That's fine. We might actually have just a load sitting over here. We do. Yoink. I guess we go to space. Like, what else is there to do? I'm kind of like, yeah. Okay, space it is. We've got plenty of graphene. Graphite. You know what I mean. The space we go. That is our planet. Nice and close, actually. That's a good speed. And on a bounce, I've bounced way too much recently off of planets. One thing I would like is, you see the little tracking ball at the bottom? That is where we're pointing. If we change where we're pointing, that's not actually where we're traveling. Admittedly, where you point somewhere different, you tend to change your direction anyway, but not as much as you think. So I kind of wish we had a reticule, which is where your trajectory is, just so we could better gauge, like, are we going to hit this planet? Because right now, actually going to miss it. I think we need to go up a little bit. Here we go. Bam. Right. Currently, all of our production is up here. The other silicon vein here is the one we want to tap, because that's the only other silicon vein that we haven't got being tapped at the moment. Yeah. And then we'll probably want to upgrade this belt to be a Mark III belt. We'll attach that to there and just send everything over Mark III. And then we'll also want to do copper, iron, etc. here. Right, hello. We're going to upgrade you. Now, how far did we actually do the upgrade? Because it doesn't look like everything is blue. We move faster. Yay. That looks green to me. Right, that's blue all the way to there. Also, this, we should definitely feed that in as refined silicon. Like, the idea is that while right now we have the crystalline, we don't need that all the time. And one way we can make an adjustment here is 12.1, that's enough for this belt. What we could do is put a second line in. So if we go... no, actually, we can do it as is. So we put that in, like, there. Bring that down. I guess we feed in again, just at a different point or something. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pull out of these. So this will effectively ruin our rate of production of crystals, but we're also now getting more refined silicon, and we still don't really need crystals. I haven't actually even made accumulators, which I probably should have done coming here, because this is going to be a solar planet, or at least we're going to use it for that, because we have a look on the star map, only 35% solar. So that's today's job. And now we can send all our refined in here. We could set you to local supply. Well, sorry, you are local supply. We could set you to supply to somewhere else and have somewhere else we do the processes on this planet. That's what I'm kind of thinking at the moment. Either way, let's follow this belt. I need to make sure it's blue all the way. Blue all the way, blue all the way. That I can't even tell. Okay, there's nothing above blue, so just click and hope. And since we're probably going to come in here and connect here, what we'll do is we will make the rest of that blue as well. Great. Now we're actually kind of full right now on crystalline silicon, but once we get our processors up and running, that's going to change dramatically. So first things first, let's go find the equator. Also, we'll grab a bit more graphite. Right, the equator should be around here somewhere. This looks like one of the cardinal lines I'm looking for. There we go. So these lines are the quarter points, I believe. Exactly. You get a thicker line around the equator, and you get a thicker line in two directions over the poles. So we now have 4 points around the globe that we can use to put solar panels. Now, the reason I'm using 4 points around the globe is because, well, eventually I want to ring the equator with solar panels. That way, half of them are always facing the sun. Admittedly, this planet is weird. I think it's actually 37-degree inclination. Yeah, that's pretty inclined. Basically, the idea is that half of this will always be facing the sun. In theory, if we wanted to, we could literally put them on the poles. But we'll just do a simpler version. Where is actually the sun here? There we go. Yeah, look how inclined that is. Now, because we don't have a full band yet, probably don't have enough to go around the entire equator, what we'll do is we'll put effectively 20 at 4 points. That way, 2, maybe 3 are in light at any one point. And luckily, because it's quartered correctly, we can use these as guides. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And these are actually being made in the mall. Admittedly, refined silicon is hugely a bottleneck. So it might not matter just as much as you think. All right, the thick line should get intersected somewhere here. One, 2. Now, we don't have any accumulators. Those are basically batteries. They store power. And that way, if there is any fluctuations with how I place these or how they're facing the sun, they'll half the time be accumulating and half the time be decharging is like the theory. It's not really necessary if we place these exactly, but if there was a issue, they'd hopefully make up the difference. And we need to place 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, lava lake. Love it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then last one. Any second now. Is it literally here? Okay, well, obviously we're not going to get in the way of the iron deposit because we like iron. And we don't like lava. There we go. Almost done. There we go. Now it's 81 solar panels. Downside is they're not connected to anything. Now, if they were actually ringing the equator, they'd all be connected. But as it is, unfortunately, we're going to need to go around with power poles and get them connected to something. But it'll be worth it. Once we've refined silicon, we can make the rest. Hell, I could have flown the silicon back or even asked for it with the logistics system. But I had to be lazy. Okay, that's one of the 4. Here's the other one. And to be fair, these power-like poles will be useful when we start hooking up like machines and stuff around here. We'll need something to be able to carry the power. I should have waited for my drones. All drones. I'm doing a lot of work. I left them. There we go. Now, that's why I could connect them that way, but they'll eventually be connected that way anyway, just by solar panels. So the reason I'm going north is that if we put any, like, machines down, we kind of already will have nearby power poles to connect to. At least that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Come on. Somewhere up here. Okay, I'm going to get less exact about placing these now. I'm trying to place them at the limits, but I'm actually just getting to a stage where I'm like, look, sod it. Place it wherever. If it connects, great. Look at that orbit. Looks such a weird orbit. Yeah, that was not even connected. Right, that's that one. And then we should see the last section of solar panel. Come around here. That one's the one that's connected over here then. I know I have a map in the bottom left. I just don't use it anywhere near as much as I should. We'll just go towards that. That is pretty close. I don't know if that one's connected. It is not. Bam. Wait, really? So close. Alright, we're getting almost 90 megawatts, which is still not amazing, but it's a lot better than it was. Right. So, let's go sort out that large silicon deposit. All the way down here-ish. There we go. It's only 13 silicon veins, so not the best. Right, we'll flatten the area around it. Which way do we want to go with this? Actually kind of far out. I guess we want to go just... Is that north? South. We'll have to take it that way past the solar panels. So I guess we're going to go over the top of the solar panels. Hopefully that doesn't eclipse them. Now, how many resources can we get out of this? $14. Can we get like 2 belts worth? Like more power. Great. Let's see if we can get it to 24. $22.6. We can get that up. Those are rookie numbers. There we go. 24.2. Now that is 2 Mark II belts. But it's also way less than a fancy new belt. So we're going to use a fancy new belt because we can. Okay. We'll probably just go this way with the smelters. Because it's the easiest way to do it. And we'll just do a single row. Or we could put the smelters like right next to these solar panels and then call it a good one. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and then this is the raw silicon. In fairness, the output could just be a Mark II. Doesn't need to be this. Because silicon goes down to half its ore. we go. Hook that up. And then that. And that should be all of them. I actually don't want to power them up just yet. I just want the power poles there. And then... where is it? There we go. Smelters. I got 200 of them. Might not be enough. So if we have a load of these coming in, let's have a look at what our rate should be. 24 smelters. Yeah. Okay. So with 24 smelters, this blue belt won't be running full, obviously, because blue belts don't run at like double the previous belt. They actually run at like 2.5 or something, because they go from 12 to 30 per second, which screws up my ratios. Oh well. We'll use Mark II inserter, and then we'll use a Mark I out. Make you refined silicon. And then it's 1, 2. Gap for power pole. 6. 10. 12. 14. 16. 18. 20. And then we need to extend this just a little bit more. We can always truncate it after. We need 4 more. Oh, this is not foundation? There we go. And then power. And then we just need to hook it up to you. Oh, Mark III belt. Look at that. Lovely. And then we'll just take the output with the Mark II belt. For now, we'll just put it straight up. And when we put more solar panels in, we'll deal with the outcome then. We'll just go right north. We'll obviously take a deviation to avoid going over the titanium, because I don't want to kind of cause trouble with titanium, because that'll be useful for later. Damn rocks in the way. And then, oh, as predicted. Perfect. We just bring it straight north. Around here. And then because we are going to be attaching to a blue belt, the last little bit has to be done with blue belt or it slows down. Now, obviously, everything stalls now. That's fine. We've got ourselves what we need. How's the power situation? Yeah, plenty fine. And we'll grab ourselves a bit more fuel. Okay. Now, we've got loads more belt. We've also got a whole bunch of miners and a whole bunch of smelters, and that is because we're going to keep going on the same vein. Funny that. Well, different vein, same theme. You know what I mean. What we'll be doing is, because we've got iron and copper here, is we'll be mining them here, probably even smelting them here, maybe sending them off-world, but most importantly, we will be using them. If I had factories, I only have 29 on me. I really should get more. To basically make processors, and we'll do it on this planet. Because then we don't need to ship all the ore. We can just ship the processors themselves, which is a lot less. Do we need to worry about that right now? No, because quite frankly, with relatively few processors, we'd be able to bootstrap up to having a proper intergalactic network. But it will save us in the long run in terms of how much we have to send to and from planets. So I think the good idea would be to do that. That said, we'll need more power here, which means more solar panels. Which does mean that I will be looking to nick stuff. And I'm going to nick it off this belt. No. Look how fast it goes. Anyway, we can actually nick it from here. A little bit more. Yeah. Now we can take this home with us. Obviously, we could also ask for some at home. Look at that belt. Vroom. Anyway, home. That's not home. Where is home? Is it behind the sun? I often end up doing that when I take off from here. Oh, it's there. Okay. Oh, I should have charged while I was there. I think I even made more. Let's look. Did I make more charging things? Yes. Because you can charge from multiple at the same time. So you just put like a box of them down. Charge your macro real fast. Anyway, once we do processors, it's time to do new power our planet, because our power system is definitely getting towards the end. And if we run out of coal, the entire thing will die. And because we expanded it pretty much at the same time, all across the board, everything will die at once, which not good. Bye, logistics drones. Alright, here we go. Coming in nice and strong. If we miss, we'll just hit gas giant. That's fine. Let's try and not do that. Right, definitely a little bit off target here. Hard figuring out where that reticule. I think we're good. Bam! Really? I always end up on the uninhabited part. Do. Hello. There's our new drive. Excellent. Being full of liquid fuel is actually going to cause a few issues for us. Oh, I don't have any stone. Because we can't actually process any more oil if we're going to be full on liquid oil. That's liquid fuel, you know what I mean? That said, we are sending it out. I just guess it's not as fast as we're sending it in. Because we can't process the hydrogen and stuff if that's happening. Though I say that, the hydrogen belt isn't full, so apparently we're doing okay. Anyway, while I've been gone, how have you been managing? Specifically, how's the solar panels? Oh, we've made none. Okay. Well, there's a load of refined. This is an iron belt. Oh, we ran out of iron. Whoops. Oh, wow. Yeah, like everything here is actually kind of running to the max. Yeah, none of these have got stockpiles of iron anymore. That's kind of annoying. I need the iron. Where did I grab it before I grabbed it over there? I guess here. You're also kind of just about got some in you. That's it. Okay. Well, I guess we'll dump whatever iron we have into the system. Copper. You're doing okay. Steel. Oh, could do more steel. Turbo turbine thingamabobs. Could do with more. So overall, didn't do that great because it actually kind of ran out. I guess we did kind of max out our steel line by nicking all of these turbines. There we go. Oh, no. Yoink. Just the turbines, not everything. Oh, we do have some interstellar ships. Not bad. That refiner won't last for ages, but it hopefully will be enough to get us going here. And we are getting more solar panels. I'm actually going to reduce the limiter there, because we need them. And we have our assemblies here, which will allow us to make processors. Oh, the downside actually about Mark II processors, they need graphene. How is our graphene? Ah, plenty. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to start making processors. Now, processors just need circuit board, which is super easy, and microcrystalline, which, if you have the refined, is also super easy. Just means we need a whole heck of a lot of these, which luckily we have. So, you know, we'll just grab 100 to give them the 59 or 29 or whatever it is back. We've got 100 with us. That should be enough to give us, I think, a full Mark I belt of processors. I think. Yeah. I guess we should just grab more belts while we're here. How's our power system doing? Oh, no, that's not good. That is not good. Why is that? I think our generation capacity might have dropped. Obviously, we're running a lot of stuff that we haven't run all at the same time for a while. But that is not good. It's not a good sign. Maybe we should do the power that I was thinking about. Other stuff, another time, maybe. Anyway, we'll call it here for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Yeah, look at that. Yep. Is that because, yep, we have less output on the miners. They're outputting at 20. And this is actually the beginning of a power spiral, because if we get less power, it means that the smelters don't smelt the graphite as much. And if they don't smelt the graphite as much, and also we don't mine as fast, then the generators don't get as much. And so they produce less power, which means the miners don't generate as much, the smelters don't smelt as much. The one downside about converting to graphite... Oh yeah, we're actually in the buffer. You can see the buffer's dropped. How fast are we going through the buffer? Pretty fast, actually. That's not good. Okay. Well, in which case, next episode, which I guess will be immediately after this one, I won't be doing anything in between, we'll be trying to get the fusion power we talked about today up and running, like ASAP. Like, yeah, we need that. Oh, dear God. Okay, I've been EnterElysium. Like, subscribe, comment. Commenting and liking is really good for the algorithm and really appreciated. Subscribing, hey, you might see a video on your feed once in a while. But if you want to be able to actually find the videos, pop over to my Discord and look at the announcement channel. It'll also have my streams on there as well. Until next time, though, stay shiny. This is not good. This is very much not good.